Angela Merkel, the Chancellor of Germany, put her open door policy into place roughly 1 year ago. Germany has already taken in 1.1 million refugees in the past 12 months, and the public support for it has been surprisingly high. Particularly in the infancy of the policy, there has been immense support from volunteers and civil society movements. Some saw it as a way to improve Germany's image, while others held a mainly humanitarian mindset, determined to help as many needy refugees as possible. The German Office for Migration and Refugees continues to have a positive view of the situation. In response to my inquiries regarding the current state of affairs, while they are completely aware of the difficult situation at hand, they specifically said, quote, "The outpouring of goodwill and help from volunteers has been key to filling the gaps in the official support system. The number of people applying for asylum in Germany fell from over 500,000 in October through December 2015 to 170,000 for January through March 2016. One of the explanations is, of course, the EU-Turkey agreement. It has got off to a good start. Yet, while the deal has helped to stem the tide of migrants, the public opinion of the open door policy in Germany continues to waver. Merkel has come under fire for her lack of action towards this growing concern, and as such has led to the growth of a far-right German political party called the AfD. Led by a woman called Frauke Petry, the party has steadily gained in the polls over the last year. This rise in popularity corresponds with a rise in violent attacks and incidents of vandalism towards refugee centers. So far, there has been over twice as many of these attacks in 2016. As the AfD rises in power, so does the boldness and overall strength of the supporters who are full of hate towards these refugees. In response to my questions regarding the obvious increase in these attacks, the office of the AfD representative George Pazderski responded, quote, "The AfD has repeatedly publicly condemned attacks on refugee centers for asylum seekers," end quote. They went on to mention the impossible task of integration for these people. Clearly there has to be some truth to this, due to the huge amount of rising support the AfD has gotten. As insane as some people might paint the AfD and their ideas, there are some things they are clearly correct about. The main thing they are correct about is the difficulty of integration for these people. It is a simple fact that the task of integrating thousands, let alone millions of refugees into a completely different society is not only an almost impossibly difficult situation, but also an incredibly expensive. Not to mention the added risks and problems of lack of space, food, water, and education. That being said, it is important to focus on the largest source of potential help for these refugees, the public. One of my friends, a German foreign exchange student from 2 years ago named Philip Punder, is the one who shared this sentiment with me. Not only does he believe in helping the refugees, but his family has even opened their home to a couple for short periods of time. It is gestures like this that will continue to improve the situation here, he said, clearly enthusiastic about what he and his family has done to help in any way possible. He did mention the clear divide the situation had created in the country. Germany is bitterly divided on the refugees, to the point where neighbors and family are divided, he said. It is clear that while many families are willing and ready to help out these refugees any way they can, many are not. The divide has placed further stress on the country and continues to complicate the situation. At this point, the refugee crisis in Germany is close to reaching a tipping point. Not only is the country bitterly divided, but hate and fear-mongering is clearly on the rise. There's no easy answer to the problem. However, I do believe that to be able to truly come up with a solution, everyone needs to work together and discuss each side appropriately. So with that in mind, I ask you, who is right? What can be done?